Hey Chris, here's your house on Grant Street. Just from the ground point of view, it's real wavy. I'm gonna get up inside and try to figure out why. Architectural shingle, looks like we've got a couple of flat roofs up there. At the ground view, I can see we've got a few different kind of roofs here. Looks like we've got a flat roof at the very, very top, and the majority of the house is a pitch roof. And then we've got another flat roof at the back of the house. So the flat roof at the back of the house, this looks like an EPDM rubber. It's rubberized. Some of the rules for applying the EPDM rubber are, you know, if you've got an area like this with a lot of trees, you need a fiberboard. So I can feel there's some kind of a fiberboard underneath, and they've actually applied it to the drip edge. Looks like they've got a catch-all. This is just a piece of drip edge that's been put on to divert water, so it won't go to the back but to the side. Through the EPDM rubber I can actually see the fasteners, and looks like they've applied a professional plumbing vent boot. It's not cracked. EPDM all the way to the kitchen side of the house. They've used professional patches and the tape. When I use my seam checker, the tape seems good. No penetrations, no tears. It's actually still pliable. The shingle part of the house is an architectural shingle. Granules are tight. I would say this has 10 plus years on it, probably 10 to 12 years. There is some ripples at the back. Looks like part of this house is still the wood shakes underneath. So what you're seeing is they've actually put the asphalt shingles on top of the wood shakes. The attic access is a staircase, typical for an old house. There we go. That's why it's so wavy on top. This is the attic. From the attic I can actually see the original wood shakes. Here's the wood shakes. So the architectural shingles have been put on top of this. That's why it's wavy. A lot of drips. Thermal camera didn't show anything leaking. This is a 100-year-old house. These could be old. At least from the inside I can see they've got metal valleys. Still got the wood shakes, but there's metal valleys in place. It's all rough sawn oak. So the attic framing is strong. Here's the penetration for the fireplace. It looks good. Stainless steel, and they've got plenty of clearance. They've added some new framing below here. What this is just to support the package unit. The air conditioner furnace is right above us. Condensate drain line is loose. They've got a what's called a package unit on top of the roof. This is the AC in the furnace. The condensate drain line looks good, except for here it's unhooked, so it's running down the valley. I would hook the pipe back up just so we don't have constant water on this valley. Here's the upper flat roof. This is fantastic. This is a TPO. I've used my seam checker on all the seams. They're tight. Looks like they've welded them all. And then they've actually put down service mats around the package unit. So if you need to service this unit at all, you don't tear the membrane. You can actually use the mat. AC's running right now. You got the drip edge in place, and they've actually taped the TPO to the drip edge, and they've put a sealant. That's good. They've got a curb in place at the package unit, which is just this little 4-inch rise. This is what the package unit sits on, and it looks like it's all sealed. Not the prettiest, but it's sealed just right, and the sealant's pliable. Some of the old flashing from the old flat roof isn't in great shape. I see some sealant. Here's the old metal flashing. Looks like they've periodically put some caulking and sealant and stuff, but there's a few more. Like here's a hole right here. Water can get behind this, and if that nail goes through this lower shingle, then it can go down underneath the roofing. This valley at the front, looks like they've had some issues here. There's a lot of step flashing in place and 3 different color sealants, so I'm assuming this still leaks probably. Done a good job of tying in the roof where it meets the siding. All these little tabs of metal are, that's the step flashing. So visibly you know, visually I can see it.
So
In
that's
fact,
good.
look at all these pushing nails at the front valley. So these nails are pushing up. They've actually put sealant over it, and the nails are pushing back up. More step flashing in place where the roof meets the front gable. That looks good. This isn't really part of the roof. This is more of a siding, but I don't see a step flashing in place here. This drip edge here, this is a wood drip edge. It's kind of starting to rot out. There's a few openings. I would touch up this at the front of the house. They've got a stove in the house. I can't see the flashing where the stovepipe comes through, but I see a lot of sealant. No signs from the inside that it's leaking. And they've actually, this is pretty smart, they've applied some sealant right here, so this is just an attempt to divert water away from it, any water that comes off the roof. Here's the gable window on the north side. So I don't see any step flashing, so instead they've put sealant in place. Some exposed nails, I'd seal those up. And there's actually some water damage at this window. So get some more paint on this. And they've got some sealant around this window, so I take it leaked in the past a little bit. Several repairs on this north gable window on the upper floor. The repairs look good. They're pliable, they're not ripped. I'd say this doesn't leak. This is the roof at the southwest corner. It's dipped. It's really dipped. So this is right underneath the big tree. I'm assuming that a branch or something has fallen at one time. Some of this is damaged. Can't see anything from up here, but I can see the ceiling below is dipped too, so I'm guessing we've got a cracked rafter or two right underneath here. I can see the garage roof. It's detached and it's in the exact same condition. The only difference is the garage roof doesn't have any wood shakes underneath, so it's flat, versus these dips we talked about on the main part of the house. They've only got one gutter at the back of the house here, but it wouldn't hurt to clean that out. It's pretty clogged. Otherwise that water's going to spill over and go straight down to that window.